I think as a CEO, it's so valuable to learn about yourself, learn about interpersonal skills.
I know, leading an organization, you're going to have such an impact on those around you.
Leaders talk about culture all the time. Culture is something you have to be really intentional about.
The number one challenge in building culture is trust.
So it's fear that often holds us back from saying the things that we're truly thinking.
And that's the most toxic part.
Some companies are easily losing 30% of their time or more to interpersonal conflict, silos, poor communication. Imagine if you could cut that time even in half.
Code School contracted with Keytown Solutions to come on site and run a week-long workshop there with my leadership team to allow us to ultimately be more successful.
It's not about strategy. It's not about approach. It's about courage.
When I took Human Element for the first time, it absolutely changed my life.
In day one, there were so many epiphanies for me about my own behavior.
You'll start to tap into the things that really drive the way we act and how we feel.
One of the core concepts that is critical in the Human Element program is courage.
Just being more honest in how I'm communicating with people.
And not tiptoe around things.
It saves time to be able to speak directly to someone with honesty.
The first 3 days is focused on building self-awareness, and the last 2 days is focused on organizational solutions.
When interpersonal things come up, they're able to process through it much faster, and it's all in the present instead of all the time that gets wasted.
These skills, if you can teach them to the leaders, it trickles down to the rest of the organization.
I think one of the main takeaways about the Human Element is it's about you, or a lot of things are about you internally.
To see these moments of insight that people have, it's the best feeling in the world.
The earlier you learn it, the easier it'll get.
My goal is to spread this to as many people in the world as possible because it has been life-changing for me.
I could never go back to who I was the day that I walked into the class.
One of the questions that I want leaders to ask themselves is how much time and energy is wasted every day, every week, every month, every year on all of the people things that get in the way. In only 5 days, we can completely change the way they communicate.
I know it's a lot to ask taking 5 days off of work, especially your entire leadership team. But when it comes down to it, it's going to pay for itself. If you can get people more efficient, communicating more efficiently, being more open, you're simply going to succeed faster.